This is the practice overview video for the tax law offices of David W. Klasing with attorney and CPA David W. Klasing.
The tax law offices of David W. Klasing. We are a tax, business, and estate planning and controversy law firm, and we also offer accounting and tax compliance as an ancillary legal service. It is our firm belief that every business out there requires the services of at least two external professionals to promote the success and best interests of the business and the stakeholders. A seasoned small to middle market tax, business, and estate planning lawyer and an experienced CPA. The specific benefit of enlisting my services as an external professional is that I'm simultaneously a licensed attorney and a licensed CPA. I offer the services of both for the price of one. My extensive background as a CPA, coupled with my focused practice as a tax, business, and estate attorney, provide ample support for a business from inception through succession and through all life cycle phases in between. Business acumen. As an experienced professional and a business owner myself, I intimately understand commercial enterprises. I also understand the tax implications of various business decisions. I know how critical accounting is to business operations and how choices about organizational structure affect taxation and the underlying legal liability of the owners of the business. In my career, I've managed both an audit department and a tax department. I have extensive real-world knowledge and experience in the complexities of tax law. I see it every day. I know intimately how the tax audit process works. In addition to my ample experience, I have received extensive continuing training in tax law, planning, compliance. My education includes a master's degree in taxation from Golden Gate University in San Francisco, and I've earned a Juris Doctorate degree from Western State University College of Law in Fullerton, California. I've also earned a Bachelor of Science degree from Cal State University Los Angeles in accounting and also minoring in economics. My desire to stay on the cutting edge of taxation and to give back drives my professional involvement. I proudly served as a past chair of the California State Bar Tax Procedure and Litigation Committee. I have also chaired the Orange County Bar Association's taxation section. I am a past national education chair of the American Academy of Attorney CPAs and a current board member. I'm a current active member of the following organizations and sections. I sit on the Cal CPA Committee on Taxation. I'm a member of the American Bar Association Taxation section. I'm also a current member of the Orange County Bar Association Tax, Business, Corporate Law, and Trust and Estate sections. My firm's vision. My firm's competitive advantage is that we fully understand what work is squarely within our wheelhouse, and we avoid practicing door law, which is taking any manner that walks in your door. My wife and I believe that the rapid growth of the firm from its inception to date stems back to the excellent service we provide and the excellent results that we consistently achieve for our clients. Top shelf client service, combined with achieving the best results possible in every client scenario, combined with reasonable and transparent billing practices, doing business in an ethical and honest manner is who we are and what we believe in. The vision of our firm is as follows. We live by the spiritual principle that we should treat others, including opposing counsel and parties, judicial personnel and government officials, the way that we wish to be treated. And our firm will be the change that we wish to see in our industry. We believe that every client's individual needs should be paramount and front and center to every engagement. We will never put our firm's inherent need to make a profit so that we can feed our families ahead of our clients' needs for effective, zealous, aggressive, creative, efficient, and loyal legal tax representation, accounting, and tax compliance services. For example, we will never counsel a client towards litigation where a fair settlement can be reached without it, out of our own self-interest. We will never take a client's matter unless we honestly believe the client will be better off having engaged us from the outset. We will protect our clients from themselves where necessary. We strive for 100% client satisfaction. We believe that our billing should be transparent. Therefore, we bill on a weekly basis. We bill at the hourly rate of the professional rendering the service, and where possible, we always push the service down to the lowest billing rate possible in our organization. When hiring firm personnel, I value and seek advanced education, intelligence, integrity, experience, all in order to provide the most effective and individualized solutions for our clients, especially where our clients are facing a civil or criminal, tax, business, or estate controversy. We holistically view our clients' liberty, emotional and financial well-being as the most important aspects of any problem our clients face. We ethically and zealously represent our client before the IRS and all the various California taxing authorities, whether they are under audit, in collections, taking a position on a tax return, or whether we're defending them in court, and especially where representing them in an actual or threatened criminal tax scenario. We successfully minimize civil tax liabilities, penalties, and interest, and criminal tax exposure with federal and state taxing authorities. To do this, we utilize the firm's combined experience, education, in understanding and interpreting tax code, case law, and other primary authority, and understanding federal and state procedure. We provide excellent client service. We do this with respect, loyalty, and above all, confidentiality. And we also reserve any personal judgment for any ethical or moral errors our clients may have made. We strive to assist our clients to get back on track and into compliance with the taxing authorities. We strive to minimize the tax assessed by government agencies on an ongoing basis through effective tax planning, accurate tax preparation, and by being zealous advocates for our clients' rights with the taxing authorities. We know the difference between tax avoidance, which is legal, and tax evasion, which is illegal. We promote the former, and we discourage and defend against the latter. The business law and estate planning issues that we handle are central to our core competencies in taxation. The firm offers self-help to the public in the way of a comprehensive tax law library, tax help library, that's free of charge. In addition, we offer blog postings, articles, speeches that we've given in the past, and over 300 self-help videos and volumes of Q&A free of charge on our website. Our tax law library Q&As, frequently asked questions, provide in-depth explanations from a legal, financial, practical aspect on a wide variety of tax, estate, and business law topics, all written or edited by myself, David W. Klasing. The practice areas that we focus on are tax litigation, IRS and California tax appeals representation, tax planning, compliance, accounting, and information reporting, domestic voluntary disclosures, civil and criminal divorce tax issues, business transactions including purchases, sales, and dissolutions, and business entity selection. We handle California sales tax audits. We take on employment tax issues like employee versus independent contractor, and delinquent payroll taxes and the assessment of the trust fund recovery penalty. The firm also focuses on international tax and estate planning, compliance, and preparation. We specialize in the offshore voluntary disclosure program. We handle streamlined voluntary disclosures. We handle inbound tax planning and compliance for non-resident aliens and foreign business entities. We advise non-resident aliens wishing to invest in U.S. real estate to comply with FERPTA. We can help you minimize any potential concerns regarding the tax treatment surrounding effectively connected income. We do international estate planning, expatriation tax issues, and estate administration. We handle federal and California, BOE, EDD, and FTB, tax audits, and criminal investigations. We have extensive experience with eggshell audits. These are audits where there's an underlying criminal tax issue. We deal with all sorts of industry-specific audits, including cash-intensive businesses, dentists, veterinarians, doctors and medical centers, real estate professionals, and we deal a lot with non-filers, especially those with exposure to SPIES evasion. We do federal and California collections representation. We have expertise in liens, levies, and garnishments, getting them removed, tax-motivated bankruptcy. We have expertise getting installment agreements, offers and compromises, getting equitable relief, and getting somebody classified as temporarily non-collectible. We do a lot of collection due process appeals and innocent spouse or injured spouse claims. As far as tax litigation goes, few members of the public really relish the idea or truly want to fight a battle with the IRS or the state taxing authorities and deal with their army of agents, investigators, and prosecutors. However, in some instances, the taxpayer's only option to attempt to reduce tax, penalties, and interest that a federal or state government agency is trying to assess and collect is litigation. The cold hard truth of the matter here is that the taxing authorities can get the law or facts wrong and that leave the taxpayer with the only option to fend them off is litigation. Our firm has a fantastic record of settling the vast majority of our litigation without our clients having to incur the expense of outright going to court. We can ordinarily improve our client's situation either through an appeal or in front of Chief Counsel's office, and sometimes even on the courthouse steps. IRS, Board of Equalization, Employment Development Department, and Franchise Tax Board appeals representation. When a federal or state taxing audit process concludes, if the taxpayer does not agree with the audit's conclusion, the taxpayer has a right to appeal and to take with them an experienced appeals representative, namely an attorney. Unfortunately, the appeals process can become very complex and in some cases even necessitate litigation in court. The best results are often obtained by drafting the strongest protest letter or tax petition possible, explaining why the facts and the law are on the taxpayer's side in order to facilitate the representative to be able to negotiate a favorable compromise with the taxing authorities. With the strong advocacy skill set of an attorney and the background of a CPA that's earned a master's degree in taxation, I will work tirelessly and zealously to reduce my taxpayers' liability and where possible avoid litigation. One of the advantages that I offer to the public as an attorney in IRS and California tax controversies is that I ordinarily have no involvement in the return that's at issue. Because of attorney-client privilege, I cannot be forced to become a witness against a taxpayer. On the contrary, the previous tax preparer could possibly be subpoenaed to testify against the client. Few attorneys are competent to handle the complexities of taxation within the context of an audit or an appeal. My firm excels at it, but don't take our word for it. Please check out our testimonials. Business entity selection. Each of the various types of business entities a taxpayer is capable of forming in California have correlating tax implications. By speaking with the business owners and learning about the business's goals, I can recommend a type of entity that is best in line with the goals and needs of the individual investor. I can also advise on how the taxation issues apply to the specific type of entity selected and how that selection is ultimately made. Central to this discussion is protection of the owner's personal assets. Conducting business or investing through the proper entity can effectively place a firewall between the business and the owner's personal assets. Should the owner be sued over its business or investing activity, it is possible to structure a business's activities in such a way through a proper entity to merely place the owner's business or investment assets at risk rather than exposing their personal assets, such as their primary residence, to the litigation risk of their business or investing activity. The job of a tax attorney when handling a California sales tax audit is to ensure that his or her client is treated fairly during that audit. This means, among other things, that the attorney seeks to ensure that the government does not overstep its bounds by interpreting complex sales tax law to the client's disadvantage and the government's advantage. The government is often wrong in its conclusions, and it often takes a sales tax attorney to threaten litigation for the government to admit its error and thus prevent the government from making an unfair assumption about the client's business revenue. Accordingly, Retaining a tax attorney to question the auditor's methods, assumptions, and conclusions is advisable for a successful audit. Legal counsel can also help reduce the markup audit by dismantling the asserted details by the auditor.
Thank you for watching the practice overview video for the tax law offices of David W. Klasing. Make an appointment at our Irvine or Los Angeles office. Call 800-681-1295 or visit klasing-associates.com.